everyone, welcome back to Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my rant stroke thought of the day. I'm back in the rant mobile. The weather is rubbish and I'm not very happy about Newcastle United's ticketing and ballot system that they have in place. For all of you like me who failed miserably to get a ticket for Barcelona, it seems to be everyone who went for it apparently got bombed out with that. Unfortunately, you didn't get your ticket email that we all saw smacking into the inbox with a sad little emoji attached to it. The resale was hilarious. So they put 1,000 tickets on resale. I didn't even bother looking and trying. I think I looked on X and people were in the queue. There was something like 100,000 people in the queue and there was 1,000 tickets left. Good luck with that. I'm no Rachel Riley, but that sum does not work out, does it? But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. You've all seen it doing the rounds on social media, and credit to the Newcastle United Supporters Trust have pulled this up as well, and they have taken the club to task on it. They still haven't got an answer yet as far as I know, as far as I'm recording this, but there was a post that came out from the High School of Dundee, of all places, that said that, this is the bit that scared the crap out of me. As usual, they have 45 tickets for the game. Now, sorry if I've been living in a cave somewhere and I've not been aware of this, but what the hell is going on there? How the fuck does a private school in Scotland of all places, by the way, not the Northeast, no schools in the Northeast getting a sniff of this at all, a high school in Scotland, a private school in Scotland, that's the term ranges from 14,500 to 20,000 per year for a student to go to. How the fuck do they get 45 tickets to Newcastle versus Barcelona in the Champions League? How in the name of sweet Christ has that been signed off by this football club? And who the fuck signed it off? Because that is batshit crazy. Not only is it batshit crazy because the clamour for tickets for that game was obscene. I'm a Mags member. Again, I wonder why the fuck I even bother paying for it. I don't get any ballots. I don't think I've won a single fucking one since I've been involved with the Mags membership thing. My fault for jacking me ticket all those years ago. Yes, for you in the comments giving me shit. But I don't win fuck all. And most people I hear from don't win out either. Very, very rarely. Get more chance of winning the lottery by the sound of it than getting a ballot selection in your favour. Certainly for a game like this. And what is crazy as well as this School of Dundee talking about this big thing for 295 quid per pupil where they get an overnight stay, coach to the game, all this other stuff, a tour of the stadium, everything else that goes with it. It's like an executive suite kind of dealing, for a kid to go to this game. Now, for people in those kind of schools that are affording those kind of tuition fees, 295 quid's fuck all, but for normal working class people in normal schools, 295 quid for a game experience is horrendously expensive. My daughter went to Paris on a trip and I don't think we paid marginally more than that, to be fair, with her school. But this is nuts that Newcastle United have done this for starters, but the optics of it are horrendous as well because the balloting system does not work. Our stadium is not big enough to cope with the demand of the local fans that want to go, let alone fans from further afield. And I get it, I understand it. I understand them wanting to coax Scottish fans to come and support Newcastle United because logistically, geographically, we are the closest Premier League team to that region. I understand the appeal and tapping into the fan base from there. Even if they do support Celtic and Rangers or Hearts or Hibs or Aberdeen or whoever, or St Mirren, give them a shout out as well. They work with a lad who's a St Mirren fan for years, went to the ground a couple of times, great crack. But, if they do support Scottish football teams, they want them to come and support Newcastle as their Premiership team. And I get that and understand it. And it is smart marketing, but not for a game like this. Do not offer that school tickets for a game like this. Just be sensible, be clever about it. And me and Mark were talking about this, and maybe this is something to do with UEFA. Maybe it's a UEFA tour guide thing or something. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. But there's the school side, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. If you're going to do it for local schools. Do it for schools in the area. Give kids who can't afford a ticket to go to the game. Select a school. Let them pick students based on, I don't know, what article to write or something like that. Give them an award, a prize, or even like a scholarship. If you're going to try and attract the best young football and talent from schools, make them earn it, play well for the tool team, put the work in and train and whatever, be voted by their coaches, and then take the county team or something like that there as part of it. But a local presence, not Dundee. It's just such a bad optic by Newcastle once again. And David Hopkins has got a lot to sort out. Now he's in post, and this is going to be one of them because that is just really, really bad by the club in my opinion. But that's one problem. The other problem is these tickets appearing on third-party sites that we were told weren't going to happen in Newcastle United. You go look at those sites, there's tickets there for 300 quid, 2 grand on these sites. People are getting these tickets, whether they're getting in the ballot or whatever, I don't know how the fuck they're getting it, but they're getting them and they're selling them for massive amounts of money. And that is wrong by Newcastle United as well. Really, really wrong that's even being allowed to happen. We ain't the only one. There's loads of Premier League teams that go through this. Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, all these teams get this happening to them all of the time, and it stinks to high heavens. Whoever's allowing these fuckwits to buy these tickets and sell them at 3-4 times the market value, it's grotesque. In an economy where people are struggling to make ends meet, you've already got 130 quid football shirts, season ticket prices going up through the roof, and now people can't even get to games in the local regions. People are going to start getting turned off by Premier League football. I'm very, very opinionated about this. You know, I understand why a lot of people have turned their back on Premier League football already and they go and watch, you know, kind of amateur football or semi-pro games, you know, like so Whitley Bay, North Shields, Newcastle Blue Star, teams like that. I understand why people are watching them. They have a much better experience. They get to watch a decent level of football. You know, the camaraderie's there, the banter's there. It's very affordable. It gets kids interested in football as well. You know, and there's maybe even a pathway through the junior teams as well for them to become really good players. So, you know, the kind of non-league grassroots football is going to benefit from the horrendous greed of Premier League teams. But this is really disappointing that Newcastle United have allowed this to happen. The school thing, I can't get my head around that at all. It's an awful optic. Whoever signed that off needs to sort that shit out. It's minging. And I hope they go back to the trust as well. Don't ignore the trust on this. I still don't understand why you're appointing a fan advisory board if you're not going to fucking listen to them. That's really bad by the club, and they need to be better at this. And now there's maybe more experienced people in key posts that have been lacking for a long time. Maybe we'll see some improvement. But I want to hear from the club about this, and I hope the trust broadcast the answer they get back from the club about this. I really hope that they do. But it's a bad optic. It's going to look really, really bad if these all rock up to the game at St James's Park. I'll tell you right now, the TV, you know, TNT Sports, they'll be interviewing all the Newcastle fans outside, talking about community, what it means for the club. No point in doing these announcement videos with, you know, Janet the tea lady and Barry the taxi driver, you know, when a lot of the local people are being priced out, shoved out, or just, you know, not favourably selected to get a ticket for the game, because that flies in the face of all that message that you're trying to portray for the club. But I just thought I'd jump on and have a bit of a rant about it. I think it's really, really bad. The Dundee school thing, I just don't get that at all. I don't understand who signed that off, who thinks that's a good idea. I just think it's horrendous, you know. And I'm not having to go to kids, you know, it'd be a great experience for the kids, and, you know, great experience for them to come to St James's Park with a game like that. You know, Barcelona, global giants of football, to Bobby Robson derby. The atmosphere will be unbelievable. It'll be a brilliant experience if those kids get to go and enjoy it. But why are they selected for it? Why have they been chosen for it? What's wrong with kids locally getting that chance to go to the game? I just don't understand it. I really, really don't. But let me know in the comments below what you think about that decision for the school. Do you think it is something to do with UEFA? If you know about it more than I do, let me know in the comments. Always like to engage with people about it. What do you think about the club and how they're going to respond to it? Will they respond to the trust or not? And again, let me know what you think about these horrible bandit third-party sites selling tickets for copious amounts of money. And if you've been successful in the ballot, let me know if you have or not, because I sure as shit haven't. You know, I just question why I'm even bothering my arse with it. I did think about binning it off. I think I just forgot, to be honest with you, and auto-renewed, so I just left it. But I still haven't had any success, and, you know, I don't really see the point in it, really, to be honest with you. But let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Keep it evermore. Football is back this weekend. How are the lads? Wissa, Walter Marder, hopefully getting some goals in the bag, and we'll look forward to that. We'll be back with the preview and the post-match live after the Wolves game. Well, hopefully Newcastle have won. Keep it evermore, guys. Have a belter. See you later. Cheers.
Heroes celebrate. They have done it.